What makes Dr. Ann Barrett Swanson unique is her size. She was born with a rare brittle bone disease known as osteogenesis imperfecta. The condition severely limited her growth, and today, at age 31, Ann Swanson is only 3.5 feet tall. The disease curtailed her height, not her spirit.
One thing that really bugs me is when children who have an honest curiosity about why am I small will ask their parents, why is she little? Or they'll point at me and say, why is that lady so little? Or they'll, look, Mom, why is that? And I would prefer that the parents give some kind of an answer, even if it's, I don't know, we'll talk about it at home. What really bugs me is when the parents say, don't look, and they grab the child away and they spank the child sometimes. That really bugs me because, as I've sometimes put it, there are 3 things that parents don't want their little children to look at. One is dead people smashed on the highway. Another one is pornographic literature, and a third is me. And I don't want to be in the categories of the other 2. How I handle my handicap with my students depends on the students and depends on the class. Morning class. When I come into a class for the first time, I don't address it. The platform that I lecture from is in the room, or a stool that I sit on is in the room, and I walk into the class the first day. I say, hi, I'm Dr. Swanson, and this is chemistry something or other, and we get started. And if they're shocked, they're going to have to start thinking about chemistry in a few minutes anyway, and they'll get over it. It jumps to 8, 10, 12.
Well, at first I was really astonished at how short she was, you know. That's just the way she is. She gets around and she helps us with things and her size doesn't bother us whatsoever.
Well, at first, when she first walked in, it was in a principal's chemistry class. I was surprised by Dr. Swanson's size. By about a week afterwards, I don't even realize she is small. Until someone mentions it, you don't even realize what size she is. Dr. Swanson, matter of fact, is better by the fact she's small because she'll get up there and she'll get right in your vision so that you always have to just make sure that you're watching her to be able to hear everything.
I was really enthusiastic about Ann when I first met her.
Academic Dean Jean McSweeney says Ann Swanson personifies what a good teacher should be: knowledgeable, caring, demanding.
They think she's a tough teacher, but it's the tone with which they say tough that is really revealing. They once in a while balk at the challenge, but afterwards they're glad that she does challenge them. And, well, that's music to my ears as an academic dean.
And decomposition temperature does not reflect the identity of the compound, of the salt.
You know, it's not like she spends so much time, well, she does get the subject across well, but she cares more about us, I think, in a way that's other than school.
Okay, why don't you get some information from John Kane, who's the Human Issues Director. Okay. I love teaching, but even more than teaching, I love mentoring, and I think that's an important thing for students to have. A mentor is an important thing for students to have, and that's why I enjoy teaching at a small college, because I have much more opportunity for mentoring, for the one-to-one contact, for creating enthusiasm in a student along the student's own particular lines of interest. I think there has to be enthusiasm for one's subject, or there's no way that the teacher is going to generate enthusiasm in the student. And when I can be enthusiastic about something in the lab or enthusiastic about something in the classroom, I think it really rubs off. Using the first letters of the words, I want you to make up your own sayings and tell me what you've made up tomorrow. If you can make up your own, you can remember them very well. If you can't think of a saying to make up yourself, I'll give you one, okay? Tell me what you've made up tomorrow to memorize them. I'd like people to say that I'm a darn good scientist and I'm a darn good educator and I'm a lot of fun.
He has to have a sense of humor with our class. We're sort of wild.
That's probably. I'm going to cry and quit. Which one? No, don't quit. For me, to see humor in myself and humor in my situation and humor in my life and in the lives of those around me is adaptive. And it helps me to have a good outlook and to live my life the way I want to. And I found that for me, not taking myself too seriously is a way that I've been able to have the kind of outlook on life that I want to have. Now, I want to make a distinction between my work and myself. My work I take very seriously, and I consider what I do to be very important and very valuable, and that I will try to do the best I can and take very seriously. But in terms of my perspective on my own life, I try to introduce as much humor and levity as I can, and I celebrate the good things.
The good things in Ann Swanson's life are many, and she has many good things to pass along to her students. Ann Barrett Swanson teaches more about life than just the symbolic building blocks of organic chemistry.
It will give you an idea, but you should write down what the structure of the benzene. My outlook on life? I think that it's not true that every cloud has a silver lining, but I think most clouds come with a do-it-yourself kit for making your own silver lining. How's that?